What's up, everybody? This is Rich from True Budget EDC and Prepping. Use your gear or lose your gear, because if you're not using it, you might as well lose it. So today I want to come on here and go over something that I actually had happen today, and I'm going to call it Man Concealment, because I try to always be, like Greyman, like not let people know what I have on my person, and I like doing that. I don't really like people. I've said it in so many videos that I don't like people knowing what I have. Not that I have anything fancy or anything, just people don't need to know what I have. That's how I feel. And that is kind of a Greyman tactic. So before I get into it, just to let everybody know that my memberships are active. Like, I started them up not long ago. I did post a video on there. I'm going to be posting some more videos on there. So if you want to get involved in that, go to the membership and check it out. So let's get into it now. The reason that I want to do this video is it's important to not only conceal what you have so others don't know in a Greyman situation, because people may try to get your stuff. So it's kind of practice. So you're doing it all the time. When the shit hits the fan, you're already doing it. You already know what to do, right? You're already practiced in it. You know what's going on. So I just do it all the time, right? I just don't want people to know what I have, like I said. And today was a prime example of me doing that. But not only do you have to carry the stuff so that it can't be seen, you also have to act like you don't have it. You have to have the Greyman mentality. So, bait and switch, whatever you want to call it, you have to do that. So today we went to this expo. There was a great Christmas festival expo at Mohegan Sun. So we went to it, and first of all, the security in the casino, there is none at all, zero. They just walked right in, boom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing. So I walked right in. I had to walk through the whole casino. The place is like a city. Finally get to where the expo is at, and I see security. And there's a bunch of metal detectors. And I was like, here we go. So my wife was like, oh, crap, don't you have a bunch of knives on you? I said, yeah, but I didn't even think about it, right? Because I'm just doing what I do. I get up, put my stuff on, off my table, and I go, and I don't even think about it. So it's second nature for me. So I was like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. She goes, dude, you're going to have to bring all this stuff back to the car. You're going to walk through the, metal detectors? I said, yeah, watch. So I did. So I walked through the metal detectors. The guy was there. He goes, oh, dude, you got to come back through. He goes, oh, wait, you can't have that. That's a knife. We can't allow knives in your pocket. I said, oh, that's not a knife. That's a flashlight, because the only visible thing on me was a flashlight. So he goes, oh, okay, try to go back through. So I went back through, went off again. He goes, just empty your pockets out. So I said, all right, cool. So reached into my pocket, pulled out this stuff right here, because that's what I had in my pocket. I said it could have been the pen. Or I said it could be my belt buckle, because I have a ratchet belt on, which is basically a firearm belt. So I walked back through. He goes, yeah, it went off again. It could be that. I said, oh, bro, I had my keys on my belt. This is what I had on my belt. I said, it could be these. He goes, I'm sorry, I forgot to take it off. He goes, oh, don't worry about it. Just go in. So I said, okay. And I went in. So you get in, you get past that, then you got to go through a station where they check your bag, right? And I was like, okay, I got my bag. Here's my bag. So I had my bag, opened it up, showed it to the guy. He went through with the wand, boom, you're good. And I walked in. So what I'm saying I also had on me was my wallet, which is, nothing's really in my wallet. So I had my wallet on me that he didn't even check. So I had that. The dude patted me down, didn't even see that I had this in my right pocket. I had this on my belt. I had this, which is a Bradford Guardian, in my pants pocket, the front right pocket, which has a gigantic pocket for change. It's a Carhartt utility pants. So I had that in my pockets. And I also had my Leatherman on my belt. So I had all that stuff on me, right? The only thing that he checked and found were these few things. He didn't even have me take these off my belt, actually. I just said, oh, crap, it's probably this. And he goes, oh, don't worry about it. So this is all he found was this stuff right here. That was it. The rest of this stuff I had on me when I went in. Then I get to the to the check for the bags. They go through my bag with the wand. So I was like, I just opened it up like nothing, right? So this is what you see in my bag, right? If you went through it, didn't even look. So honestly, right in the middle of my bag, like I'm not hiding it or nothing, is a knife. It's like right there. Right there in the middle. Like, I'm not kidding. And then in this pouch right here is another knife. It's a razor. It's the Outdoor Edge. So that's in there. So whatever. I just went through, Went in. That one like surprised me though. This one, because it was like right in the middle. They didn't even care. Like, you know what I mean? So I went through. There's a knife. There's 2 knives in there. There's one knife in my right pocket, the other knife in there, this knife in there, and that. So I had 2, 3, 4, technically 5 knives on me, and I walked through security because I acted like it was my keys, and they let me in. And my wife was like, dude, you're fucking something else. I was like, that's how you got to do it though, bro. Because in a situation, you know, that shit hit the fan, there's probably not going to be metal detectors. You probably can't act all spooked. Like, oh crap, I'm not going to get through detection. You know, I'm not going to get through because they're going to, you know, think I have stuff on me. You know what? I acted like I didn't have shit on me. This is what I had on me. This is what I told them. This is what I got on me. Right here, this stuff. But I had all this other shit on me too. So I feel like that's part of the gray man theory. Not only is it keeping stuff concealed, blending in with other things, other people, not being tactical, not standing out, but it's also a mindset where you have to like not freak out and just keep it cool. Like, you know what I mean? So when you go into a situation and people are like, oh, what do you got? It's fucking nothing, bro. All I got is this flashlight, dude. Literally, that's all I had. This is the only thing that was in my pocket sticking out that you could see visibly. This was in there, this was in there, this was on my belt, and this was on my belt. And you can't see any of that because I got a Carhartt hoodie on. And this was in my pocket. You couldn't see that either. Actually, it's in the side pocket of my utility pants, my cargos. So this stuff right here, and honestly, he didn't even see this until I mentioned it. And I said, oh, it's probably my keys, man. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. Just go ahead. So you have to have that thought process. I happened to look down, see the fob from the Gondek fob, and I was like, oh, that's a good reason the metal detector would go off. So I said it. I said, those are probably my keys. And then he was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Go ahead. And then the guys that were doing the wand with the bags, I don't know what happened there, but you really kind of can't see it the way I have it set up in this bag. So if you're just looking at it really fast, you know, and I basically put it in front of them like this is what you see. So you see the med kit that I got in there, and that's it. You can't really see the knife. The knife's right there, though. You know what I mean? So I don't know what happened there. Like, it's a little bit concealed, but still, not really. Yeah, and I mean, those guys, you know, they're not like feds or anything. They're not getting paid a ton of money to check everything. But the whole point of this is you got to keep the attitude calm, cool, collected, and that's part of gray man too. Not only is, you know, concealment and blending in and acting normal part of it, but the whole mindset is acting normal. You have to have a normal mentality. You can't lose it. Go, oh shit, I gotta turn around and go back and put this stuff in my car. No, not at all. My wife even asked me, she goes, you're not going to turn around and go back? I said, no, I'm good. And I just walked right through. After a few times in, they were just like, go ahead. And I did. And guess what happened? Nothing, because none of these knives that are on any of these instruments or in my bag jumped out of my pocket and hurt anybody. None of them did it. They were all well tamed. They did good. They didn't attack anybody. So just keep that in mind, like if you're carrying stuff and you want to be a gray man, it's not just, you know, it's not just blending in. It's also the mindset. It's also the attitude. It's also the not freaking out. It all goes together in one. So I just wanted to come on here and do this video because I was like thinking about it all the way back. And I was like, man, you know what? If I would have freaked out or started acting nervous or something, I probably would have had to walk back friggin' like a half a mile to where my vehicle was before I even got into the expo. But I didn't, because I just walked in like I didn't have nothing. And just sleight of hand, bro. Sleight of hand. Oh, it's just this. And oh, it could have been my keys. Oh, maybe it was the pen. Oh, all right, go ahead. Never mind. Maybe it's my belt buckle. You know what I mean? Fucking David Copperfield there. So keep that in mind when you guys, you know, take that in consideration if you're going to do the gray man thing. It's everything. Like, you know what I mean? It's the concealment. It's the blending in. It's the not being flashy. It's the not standing out. It's the attitude. It's the not freaking out. It's just sleight of hand, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. Selling it. That's what you're doing. You're selling it. That you're not having, that you don't have anything. So, I mean, fuck, I could have got in there with anything. But I didn't. This is all I had on me. So, in my bag. But, yeah, you guys keep that in mind and have a good one. I just want to come on here and tell you that.